Yo, what is up YouTube? Lee the Captain here with another YouTube video on nothing other than Floki, the people's cryptocurrency, and shout out to all the Floki Vikings out there. Now, when it comes to Floki, it is up 36% in the last 7 days. The whole crypto space right now above $1 trillion in terms of market cap. Bitcoin above $22,000. And when I think about it, Bitcoin right now, 22K, honestly, there isn't much resistance going on from 20K all the way to 30K. So as fast as we saw Bitcoin and the whole crypto space go all the way down, as fast as you can see it go up again. If anything, I think what this shows right here is that you can't time top and you can't time bottom, because if you do that, you're just gonna get wrecked. So despite what the technical analysis says, dollar cost average into your favorite project. For example, me, I'm dollar cost averaging into Floki, and because I believe in it long term, and because I'm not trying to time the top or the bottom. I'm simply investing it for the long term, and I'm investing in it for a chance to give me an opportunity to create life-changing wealth. And I'm not gonna do timing top or bottom, because believe me, I've tried that before. I've tried technical analysis. Most of the time you get wrecked because you don't know when things are going to pump, when things are going to go down. People who are predicting Floki to go even lower right now just missed an opportunity to gain 36% in just 7 days. Just think about it. What other side hustle, what other side business could have done that in the last 7 days? Now, while 36% is good in 7 days, I'm here for the hundreds, thousands of percent when it comes to Floki, because just the future is just absolutely untapped. And we've seen what it can do with Doge, Sheep. We will see it even better with Floki. Not financial advice, but that's just personally what I believe. Just exactly how fast we saw Floki go down, that's exactly how fast it can go back up again. So we have no idea when things are gonna pump. And when it comes to cryptos, things pump very, very hard in either direction. So you don't want to miss the run. You don't want to not be there. You don't want to be late to the party, right? You want to stay in the game by dollar cost averaging, putting a set amount on a set schedule. That way you don't miss pumps like this. That way, when it comes to your favorite cryptocurrencies, for example, something like Floki, you don't miss the opportunity to gain. You are always in the game, no matter if you lose or win, right? Peak value, you keep investing. For me, I don't care if these prices are fluctuating, I'm still investing because I can't predict the future. No one can predict the future, no matter what technical analysis says. As again, I will say, no one has a crystal ball, right? So we just have to stay committed in the game and believe in Floki long term, and I believe in Floki long term. And guys, just a quick warning, I pre-recorded this video, so the prices may be a little bit different. However, all the content when it comes to the updates, what Floki is doing right now, is still the same. The only thing, again, I would say that's a little bit different is just the price and the DAO vote, which may have expired by the time if I uploaded this. My apologies, however, I just pre-recorded this video, and by the time I upload it, the price may be a little bit different. So yeah, let's continue. When we take a look at Floki, massive pump, right? The last 7 days. Anyone right now just in the Floki space is just honestly probably wondering, hey, what's the future? What's going on? What's happening, right? 30%, yeah, sure, but it's still a far cry from its all-time high. However, that is nothing to worry about, because honestly, I am just so positive in anything, if anything, right? This is a prime buying opportunity for Floki and a chance to create life-changing wealth. Not financial advice. However, I still am bullish on Floki. A lot of people kind of, their enthusiasm, their optimism for Floki just kind of died down. Not only just Floki, right? Just the whole crypto space. However, ultimately Floki, because honestly, it has just dipped lower than most of these other cryptocurrencies. However, if anything, I'm glad, because if anything, it gives me more chance to accumulate more and more Floki. Now, when we talk about the future of cryptocurrencies and just the future of Floki, Inu, right? It honestly right now is going to depend on the price of Bitcoin. So when we think about that, when we look at this chart right here, the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, right now, we have never ever seen a dip this far below this bottom yellow line. Now, when you think about it, the last time it has dipped right below that yellow line, we had one of the biggest crypto rallies ever. Look at it right here. Back from 20 all the way to 2021, when we had just a massive, this altcoin season, right? Before, we haven't really seen these retail investors, right? We haven't seen that type of growth yet in the altcoin market. However, 2020, 2021 truly showed the potential of crypto. And if anything, I honestly think that's nowhere near the true potential of cryptocurrencies and what it can generate in terms of life-changing wealth and just the future potential use case of cryptocurrencies. Because as of right now, there isn't much institutional adoption. When we think about it, once institutions start adopting cryptocurrencies, once cryptos with actual use case, something like Floki Inu that has Valhalla, right? That has their own NFT marketplace, that has their charitable, contributions. They have these amazing advertising. F1, they partnered with Alfa Romeo recently this year, right? When you just think about it, these cryptos are the ones that are built for the future and built to last. When we think about it, this chart right here is so positive because in the history of Bitcoin, right? Every single time it's kind of, reached that yellow line and dipped below, as I've said before, right? We've seen it in 2020. It has just had a massive, massive run. Now, have we ever seen Bitcoin go through, a recession? We haven't, right? It is something we'll have to see. However, we can't predict when it's top or bottom. So if anything, what I'm doing is I'm just going to dollar cost average. However, this just shows that the true potential and future, and it shows that the historical data truly supports that we are ready for a massive run. Now, when will that run happen? I have no idea. But when you just think about this, right? There has never, ever been this many holders of Bitcoin in the history of its existence. Just look at this chart right here. Just a straight moonshot in terms of the holders of Bitcoin. And now, when Bitcoin has a massive rally, you better bet you that Floki is just going to have a massive, massive run. A lot of people often ask me, why would they invest in something like Floki? They say, hey, why don't I just invest in something like Ethereum? Why don't I just invest in something like Bitcoin? They don't understand that, hey, you can believe in Bitcoin, you can believe in Ethereum, that's fine. However, Floki Inu, once Bitcoin pumps, Floki is going to pump way, way, way harder and way, way higher than Bitcoin. So if you think about it, right, you can use something like Floki to finance and to have accumulate more and more Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just think about it, right? You invest, let's say, $1,000, not financial advice, right? $1,000 in, let's say, Bitcoin. If it goes back to its all-time high, what's going to happen? What, a 3x, right? It's not going to really do much. As opposed to something like Floki, which, in my opinion, the sky's the limit, right? We've seen meme coins with no utility whatsoever. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Shiba, 40 some odd billion market cap. Dogecoin, $88 billion market cap. Now, that has no utility. And that's just considering that Bitcoin only reached 68K when that all happened. Imagine when Bitcoin goes to 100K. Imagine a meme coin with actual utility, with something that actually has substance, a strong community, a strong backbone, a strong team, something like Floki. The future is just absolutely untapped and the potential is absolutely untapped. Now, when you think about it, someone, let's say, does a 20x or 30x or maybe 50x, right, with something like Floki, they could use those earnings and put it back into something like Bitcoin. Just think about it. Why won't you take this opportunity to increase your net worth essentially, right? And be able to invest in something you like. It's just basically a passage to do it. And Floki is giving us that opportunity. And most people don't understand that. Most people are just so fixated on these cryptocurrencies that are stable, that are there. I only want to invest in top 10 cryptocurrencies, top 20, nothing. But think about it. You love these cryptocurrencies? Fine. It's totally fine. But you could use something like this in order to propel what you actually love, right? Just think about it. It's sort of like giving you a bridge and access to something that, you actually want to do, right? And again, I feel like I just want to mention this again. Think about it. Let's say you invest $1,000 in something like Floki, it goes to 50,000, for example. You put it in something like, you put it in Ethereum, for example. Let's say it only goes to 3,000, right? So you think about it, now you've turned your $1,000 into 50,000 when it comes to Floki. Now $1,000 only turned to 3K when it comes to Ethereum. I'm just using this as an example, and this is not financial advice, so you don't have to listen. However, I'm just saying, right? Now, when you take these earnings you get from Floki, right? Let's say it's 50K. Now you have more ammo, you have more firepower to invest in Ethereum and Bitcoin. Just think about it. You believe in Ethereum, right? You're a Bitcoin maxi, you're an Ethereum maxi. Why wouldn't you invest in something that gives great upside like Floki Inu? Just think about it. The amount of gains, which are astronomical, by the way, and personally, what I think in terms of Floki Inu, you can use that later, right? As I mentioned before, to put more into Ethereum, right? Think about it. You buy Ethereum at this price, it goes up here, you sell. Now it goes down here, you buy back again. Now, but if you were to do that when it comes to Floki, you could put like 10, 20 times more ammo to Ethereum later when it drops. It's just simple common sense, in my honest opinion. It's like giving someone an opportunity to invest more into something they believe in, right? You believe in Bitcoin, Ethereum, as I've said, it's fine. But why wouldn't you want to invest more in it and have an opportunity and an avenue to invest more in Bitcoin and Ethereum in something like Floki Inu? So when people say, hey, they don't believe in Floki Inu, they don't believe in its future use case, they don't believe in its long term, you know what? The results speak for themselves. We've seen what it could do last year. We've seen the all-time high Floki Inu could reach. And in my opinion, that's nowhere near its full potential. So as I've said, right, you can use Floki as a medium to propel what you actually love, aka, if someone loved Bitcoin or Ethereum. So next time, well, this is what I personally would do. If someone makes fun of you for investing in Floki and they believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's like saying, hey, if you believe really in Bitcoin, okay, you do, then why not Floki? Then if they say, because it's a meme, just say this, hey, don't you want more Bitcoin, right? Obviously they do, right? So why wouldn't you take an opportunity to be able to have a chance to buy more Bitcoin, right? Through something like Floki. That's just the way I think about it. And for people who make fun of Floki, that's just absolute nonsense. And I think the Floki Vikings, the Floki army is here and they're here to stay and they're strong and they believe in this long term. Right. Now, when you think about it right here, Floki is going nowhere. Look at their partners. They're still partnered with all these people, by the way. A lot of people just think Floki disappeared. Last year, right, people just were so bullish on Floki Inu. But to be honest, they all kind of went silent. Where are they now? They probably don't believe in it long term. But think about it. What is most important when it comes to a team? The leadership. The leadership of Floki is still building. They are still developing. They are still there. They are going nowhere. They are still believing in the future of Floki and the future of cryptocurrencies. And they understand that Floki is just going to absolutely dominate, the next bull run. Let's be for real. In my opinion, not financial advice, I think it's going to be one of the top gainers when it comes to the cryptocurrency space overall, the next bull run. We will have to see. However, I honestly think that's what's going to happen. As I've said before, right, Floki announces partnership with legendary Formula One team Alfa Romeo. Now, they are still advertising and they're not stopping. Floki is still on the game. They are still in the zone. They're going nowhere. If anything, right, despite the prices going down, Floki, in my opinion, is bigger, stronger, and better than ever. Why is the crypto space down right now? Because panic sellers, right? Also, the economy is bad. We see inflation, above 9%. Economic times, not good. Geopolitical factors. We see the euro dipping below the value of the US dollar. Russia-Ukraine war. We see the uncertainty over the gas pipelines when it comes to the Nord Stream, when it comes to Russia and Germany. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. But what's holding strong? What's holding strong better than stocks, right? Cryptocurrencies. We see just right now cryptocurrencies showing its true strength. Everyone who's saying crypto is a scam, they think it's a joke, your friends are calling you, your friends, your family, your coworkers, they're calling you meme. And not a meme with utility like Floki, mind you. They're calling you a living, walking meme. They think you're a legit meme for investing in something like Floki, for believing in cryptocurrencies. Now, they're laughing at us now. We're going to be laughing at them later. Mark my words, we will do that. Because why? Crypto always comes back bigger, better, stronger than ever. And I think Floki will come back bigger, better, stronger than ever. And you guys will see. Floki will just absolutely just dominate, right? Now, when you think about it right here, Floki, ever since they changed it to DAO, they have their proposals actually has such a large decentralized aspect. Now, when you think about it, they have a DAO vote right now, which is what should be done with access tokens recovered from blacklisted wallets. So if you guys are holding Floki right now, you guys actually vote. You can connect your wallet. And personally for me, I'm not going to be connecting my wallet and voting on it because just personally what I would do, I just feel more secure just keeping my wallet to myself and not connecting it. I'm pretty sure this is safe and the Floki team has everything on lock. I'm pretty sure they've had it all figured out. It's secure, whatever. But better be safe than sorry. I'm not going to be voting on it just due to the fact that I just want to keep my cryptos in my wallet and I just want to keep it safe, right? Yes, this is amazing. It shows that the decentralized aspect of Floki is truly showing and the power of the community. However, I'm not going to be participating in it just because of the simple fact that I would just want to make sure that my Floki is secure and not connected. And then again, I'll say that it's probably safe, I know, but for me, I'm just being better safe than sorry, in my opinion. And there are two options right now. The excess tokens will be allocated to Valhalla and the Floki ecosystem to help Floki grow much faster, or you can have the excess tokens burned. Now, what do I personally think is a better choice? I personally think that the excess tokens to be allocated to Valhalla and the Floki ecosystem is better because it's helping them long term. Yes, burning will in the short term pump up the price, right? However, in my opinion, if anything, we Floki Vikings, we have a long-term vision. We understand where Floki is going forward. So if these excess tokens can actually help the Floki ecosystem, right? Why not? And it shows truly in the results right here. Look, there's 84% people voting for it to actually help the Floki ecosystem, which personally I agree with. And when we think about it right here, Floki is checking all the boxes. Now there's over 410,000 Floki Vikings. Shout out to all the Floki Vikings, right? There's tech and utility, from University of Floki to Valhalla and everything in between. Marketing and partnerships. Floki is the first. Have we ever seen, right, Dogecoin or SHIB having this type of advertising? This is like what Floki is doing right now. This is like crypto.com level. We've never seen that before in this space, right? They're just changing the game. And there's so much more to think about it. They have a lot more room to grow. This is not even the true potential of what I think Floki can really, really do. People often think, right, prices, they're down, they're demotivated. It's normal. I feel that way too. But sometimes we have to tell ourselves to focus on the future, because when people want to invest, they want just something just instant, right? They want to invest $1 and see $10 the next day. They don't want to wait. No one wants to go through the peaks and valleys. No one wants to get made fun of. No one wants to see their portfolio go down. However, in my opinion, if we just block all that, we just focus on the purpose, the long-term future, and we focus on just, changing our lives, we will understand that, these naysayers, they really don't matter. When you think about it, right? What is a strategy that I always recommend for not just, just anything, but ultimately for Floki? These prices right here, I'll show you guys, right? When the price goes all the way up, goes all the way down, there's no way anyone could have predicted that, because no matter what technical analysis says, no matter, they say, hey, it has to go here, now it has to go here. Do you really think technical analysis could have predicted the war? Do you think it could have predicted, geopolitical factors? Do you think it could have predicted the Nord Stream gas pipeline uncertainty? No. There's no way technical analysis could predict anything, right? Technical analysis doesn't take into account all these factors that actually matter. They're just looking at charts. Now, how do we avoid that? Dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is king, because it removes the anxiety, removes the uncertainty, and it removes any sort of guessing. And that way you don't get wrecked. Think about it. People who just go all in, right, at the top, well, in my opinion, they're still going to be in profit in the future. However, it's psychologically not good. So how do you avoid that? You just dollar cost average and you don't go all in. You just let's say you put it on a set schedule. What I personally do, right? When I get my income, what I do is pay the bills, right? Pay everything, right? Pay everything in between. Your rent, your gas, right? For you guys out there, car payments, whatever, right? You do all that. You pay for food, utilities, whatever. However, the extra, what do I spend it on? I just invest it in cryptocurrencies and ultimately Floki, because what do I think? If you just see money just sitting there, right? in your bank account, you got a lot of extra cash. What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend it on unnecessary things. You're gonna spend it on stuff like Gucci. You're gonna spend it on buying drinks, right? Buying drip, right? Going on unnecessary vacations. It's just you just spend a lot of stuff. It just goes to a bunch of places, right? It's just all out there. However, instead of to remove that, you just invest it. Now, even though it goes down, at least you're not losing it towards something like Gucci's, right? To be honest with you, I consider buying something like Gucci or Louis Vuitton a loss anyways. So when people always say invest what you're willing to lose, I'm like, hey, do I rather buy a Gucci or do I buy something like Floki? I'm buying Floki. That's all financial advice, but that's something I would do. Now, when I think about it right here, what contributes to massive price bull run? So now when you think about it, why was Shiba Inu, right, Dogecoin, why were they able to just pump with no utility, mind you? Floki has amazing utility. They have no utility. Why are they able to pump? Because they have access to many exchanges. They are available for the most part in most countries in the world. Most people could have bought it, no matter if they use FTX, Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, right? Huobi, KuCoin. I could just go on and on and on. All these people, they could just, hey, Dogecoin, buy. I see the price pumping, buy. They could do that. Now, right now, what Floki is doing, they're focusing on getting just listed on as many exchanges as possible, because the way I think about it, getting listed in an exchange is just sort of like a hack not a hack, but it's sort of like a cheat code, because what happens? The price and volume is just going to obviously have an increase. And now, yes, it may be temporary. However, once that bull run happens, once those people who made fun of the Floki Vikings, once those people who didn't understand the light, once they actually see the price pumping, they're going to start FOMOing in. People want to buy Floki, right? What do? They just open their exchange, they click buy. That's why Floki is working on getting listed on as many exchanges as possible. And it shows right here, Floki just got listed on Lightbit, one of the biggest crypto trading platforms in Europe. That's amazing. Now, I think what's even better is getting listed in exchanges during a bear market, during when times are low. When people aren't focused on the price, they can focus on the project. And when they see Floki on their exchange, they can research it. They can look at it and they can see, hey, this is way better than Doge and Shiba. And Shiba and Doge potentially generated millionaires and billionaires. Now, just think about what Floki can do. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying the future is absolutely insane. Now, I'm also going to show right now the current market for Floki, because I honestly feel like some people don't really understand how many exchanges they've been listed in so far. Now, when I think about Gate.io and Huobi, I think they're amazing. I think they could. It's obviously a booster for something like Floki, but I'm still waiting for that tip of the spear listing. Binance, Coinbase, right? Kraken, FTX. I'm still waiting for those. Why? Because once we get listed on those, once that bull run happens, once we see this meteoric rise, once we see Bitcoin smashing through its all-time high, because let's be real, guys, I honestly think that Bitcoin is going to just smash through its all-time high the next bull run. Now, what's going to happen to Floki? It's just going to cause massive FOMO, and people are just going to start buying in. So that's all that needs to be said, right? Once we see those listings and once we see that bull run, Floki is just going to go absolutely to Mars. That's it for me in today's video, guys. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been a quick little update on Floki, and I'm so bullish on it. And make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.